It's just like, it's not French, it's not Latin, it's not Spanish, it's everything in between. Yes.
Romanian. Go figure.
And one of my sisters said, that's why they call it Romanian. Even in the east part of Europe, when you have more slaves,
Slavic languages.
yeah,
Yeah.
no. They are so connected to the French. And my sister said, that's the reason why you have so much doctor, lawyer, architect, engineer from Romania, who left Romania, and they coming in from Belgium, Italy.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
And good evening to you all who are joining us via Zoom. Sorry that we're starting a little bit late. We were giving people time to come to the office, being that the weather today has been very wet. So this is the Economic Development with Harlem Piers Committee meeting. Today is March 5th, 2024, and I'm calling the meeting to order, and it's at 7 o'clock. So we look at the agenda. Is there anything that we would like to add to the agenda? Or would you like to move?
I move that we adopt the agenda.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
He wants to make a presentation, so we should.
Oh. Yeah, but say your name again, brother.
John McGregor.
John McGregor.
Yes.
I move that we add John McGregor to,
The agenda.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll be brief.
Anyone second?
Second.
All right. So, John McGregor has been added to the agenda. Can someone move a motion to accept the agenda then?
So we,
Second.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so, we have the wrong minutes.
We can't move to adopt them, to correct them.
I'm sorry,
We can't move.
we can't, exactly, yeah.
Wait a second.
Yeah, so we cannot do the minutes, yes, we have to. We don't have the right ones. Okay, it's fine. So we're gonna go to, somebody's trying to come in.
You can come out.
Oh, no, she said no. She said no, okay.
I'm sorry, I was just sending you a text. How are you? Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
George, I was just making sure that you got Marita's email. She won't be here tonight.
Yes,
Okay, I was just making sure.
yes.
Have a great meeting.
All right, thank you. All
Thanks.
right. Okay. So we're gonna go to our presentation. We have Joyce Freeland, the director of CUNY Crest Institute at the City College of New York. Joyce, what a beautiful name you have, and welcome.
Why, thank you so much. You're very kind.
Of course, my name is Joyce too. That's why I know it's a beautiful name.
Oh, well, of course. Delighted to say hello. On behalf of CUNY Crest is a global remote Earth sensing technologies institute, which means it collects a lot of data. It's partnered with NASA and NOAA. NOAA is oceans. NASA, of course, you're aware of. And with a whole range of, it uses a whole range of sensors to collect information relative to air pollution, flooding, heat islands, rising seas, and so on. So it's sort of the embracing work related to climate. Within its framework, it has 6 pillars: research, education, business development and workforce training, social behavior, environmental justice, and stakeholder engagement, which is where I work most. But since I'm also an artist and designer, I add in or I design projects in which all of the other schools can participate. Our focus now is, as we have recently formed the CUNY Climate Consortium. That means it's a network of research labs across the CUNY system that's focused on climate solutions. My focus for Community Board 9, since City College is right here in Community Board 9, a member of the community, is to create demonstration projects that reflect response to climate, health, economic development in terms of emerging innovations, and civic engagement. So we started with, at least I've laid out 2 footprints that could be starter footprints. One focused on health and the environment, and the other on the retrofitting of buildings in a way that also uses new materials, innovations, greening, etc., that can create a prototype for expansion relative to both local law 97 needs and innovations as far as future directions go. So let me start with the health and environment focus. Urban farming is a growing direction for a lot of reasons. It's food resilience relative to climate impacts. You want to be able to have food in the community if for any reason you have disasters and you don't have available resources. The thing about urban farming is when it's in either an indoor vertical farm or an enclosed rooftop farm, is that you can get as many as 5 plantings in a year, where the normal farming would be 1 planting in a year. So you can produce a significant amount of food. And what we're also exploring is making it an aquaponic farm, because that adds fish to vegetables and fruits. In addition to that, indoor farming is much more nutrient rich. It's healthier because you don't use pesticides or anything that's added to the fruit growing. So what we wanted to do was add to the economics of it a restaurant and a therapeutic teaching kitchen. A therapeutic teaching kitchen is really an opportunity to not only develop a teaching system to improve and support preventive health, but it's something that enables you to foster a culture of health in terms of how you plan your own diet and your own thinking about your well-being. So it's something that can support classes from elementary school students to grandmas. So you can cover the range. So in addition to that, the new Life Sciences Center that City College is building in the Tasty Building, we want to be able to add on to that a research project on the trend at the forefront, which is called precision nutrition. It's an evolving direction in how diets can be created personally to both prevent disease and to improve chronic disease. So it's a boon to health, and getting started with one's own farm and a therapeutic teaching kitchen, you start to move in that direction of increased health. So if we were able to find a building that was contiguous with housing, we could also add a microgrid. And the reason we feel a microgrid would be valuable to the project is it reduces the cost of electricity. And urban farms use a lot of electricity. And it also creates extra energy that can be sold back to the grid, so you have an extra revenue stream. So that's in broad brushstrokes, the project that I'm talking about.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. Does anyone have questions?
That's a question and a comment. Joyce, I'm here because, I am planning on starting a independent bookstore in Harlem. And in hearing you talk, I was thinking about ways, we might be able to collaborate on programming or events. Ayana Johnson, she has one called the Ocean Collective. She was the author of the Blue New Deal that Elizabeth Warren adopted for her presidential run platform. Are you familiar with her work?
I'm not getting your voice clearly for some
I can't
reason.
hear you. You have to speak up.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you come over here?
Yes.
Is this better?
I think so, yes.
Is this better?
Yes, much
Okay.
better.
Okay, great.
It's
I was
probably
ask-
the echo.
Oh, okay. No, it's raining outside, yeah. I was interested in what you were saying because I'm looking to start a independent bookstore in Harlem. And I was thinking as you were speaking about ways, we could do events or programming, and I was thinking about a woman named Ayana Johnson. She went to a place called the Ocean Collective. She designed Elizabeth Warren's Blue New Deal platform when she ran. And she has a book, I think, coming out, or she wrote a book, or she's writing a second book. But she's done a lot of work in this area. So I was thinking maybe, we could do something in terms of programming with the store and stuff like that, or working with CUNY. I want to work with CUNY and Columbia and, the surrounding schools to develop programming for the store and for you guys, and to get the word out about what you're doing, and get people interested in the books and reading and all that stuff. So.
Well,
They would
yes,
just-
it's certainly you can do events, and there are a lot of topical issues today that relate to forward-looking directions that are very valuable. And a lot of the professors in the research department have some interesting contributions to make in terms of even discussions where you can have a topic and you can display several books about the topic. It doesn't necessarily have to be their book, but it could be something that draws people. If you focus, there are a range of topics, so the world is wide open for you, considering that, books cover the world. But you can also have like a series where you have maybe an art series and a science series or whatever, but you can look at some of the topics related to building future cities, because there's a lot that's happening today in this area. So yes, it's wide open, and whatever, as we move things along, happy to work with whatever interest you would like to focus on.
Joyce, I teach nutrition in the health education department at Hostos. And among the new recent initiatives that exist as alternatives to food desert deprivation and food insecurity is urban farming. So the things that you're talking about sound wonderfully exciting to me. And I want to know how to be able to connect with you to tap into some of these resources. When you start talking about precision nutrition, both as preventive, in terms of prevention and in terms of managing chronic diseases, that's thrilling to me. So how can we connect, please, towards aligning with some of this kind of research that you're doing?
Well, Miss Prince has my email, so you can get it from her and just email me and we can connect. Not
Very
a
good.
problem.
Thank you kindly.
So delighted to talk about that and would be delighted that you be involved in the project, because we may be able to do something about getting a kitchen up and running first. Because it takes time to put an urban farm together. So definitely send an email and we'll see what we can do to connect.
Very good, thank you.
Hi, Joyce. It's a comment and a question. Once again, I met you yesterday, so now
Yes.
today it become more clear. And
Yes.
thank you again for presenting such a very important today's question and issue, particularly in West Harlem, when we have a population, the obesity that I spoke yesterday, which is so crucial to targets. And my question would have been, and it echo what you say, I wanted to learn a little bit more about the precision nutrition in terms of prevention and the chronic disease. If you can just give one example, such as for the prevention, I would like to have an idea how you want to frame it, how you want to.
Eat your vegetables.
Yes.
There you go. Well,
what narrative should we use in terms to incentivize the community? You see, what are those strategies instead of saying just eat, because we've been saying eat your vegetable, but what are the new tools that we can bring into to personalize it to our community, to eat your
you create a compelling story and an invitation, and you make your events exciting, your teaching events exciting. And if it's also at the point where you're growing your own food, then there's an embracing story and an invitation, because what you want more than anything is for the community to adopt these things.
That's right.
Voilà.
That's right.
Community engagement.
Yep. Also, I see you and I'll raise you, if you include in the compelling story, as you're demonstrating, showing people how to do the indoor farming, if you can have new chefs, cooks come in and create tastings for people that make the vegetables and nutritious foods exciting and delicious.
Exactly.
So that, and show how easy it is to prepare them.
Yes, and also we add the component of the cultural sensitivity, because we look at the community around here, Asian, African, and even in the African, we cook differently. It's the same, food, but cooked differently.
Yes.
It's very interesting. We support you.
Well,
Nicole?
we have a very diverse city, and there are many ways to cook foods that are vegetables, fruits, and so on, in terms of creating themes. Because we have everything here. This is, in my opinion, I've always seen the city as the global city. And so we can visit the world. We can have many different theme nights. There's all kinds of things you can do to engage people, to stimulate their interest and their imagination, because you want to get to a point where you encourage adoption, since it's a benefit to their health going forward. So there's the cultural aspect of what you want to be able to do in cultivating better health in the community. And there's the economic aspect of having a farm where you can both sell the produce, you can use the produce in a restaurant, and you can reserve some of the produce for food pantries as well. And the kind of food that you're creating is got a high level of nutrition. So it adds value to diets.
Hey, that's amazing. That's good. Nicole, I see your hand is up.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, everyone. You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to just introduce myself. I'm a community member. I would like to provide Community Board 9 with resource information that's gonna happen in June. So I'm
Okay, wait, I'm
representing an
sorry. I'm
organization.
sorry. Nicole, I'm sorry. You wanted to speak
Yes,
about something else? I thought you had a question for Joyce.
I
Is
did,
it?
and I just wanted to say the question about this, the urban farming aspect. I just wanted to say who I was really quickly and then ask her the question and then say I'll get y'all information after, if that was okay.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Yes. Yeah. So I wanted to ask Joyce if I was able to receive your information, just as my profession is a director in the Bronx and I am looking to do hydroponic devices. So I wanted to see if I can get your information regarding that. And then I just wanted to introduce myself to the board. Sorry if I went on a bit.
No,
No, it's
no
okay.
problem.
No,
Okay.
it's okay. I
One
just
of the
wanted to
things,
make sure that if you had something, a presentation, that we would give you
Oh,
your own time to do the presentation. That's why. That's what I was
oh, thank you.
just trying to make sure. Okay, all right.
Thank you so much. Probably I will like at a later time, but not tonight. Okay.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's fine. That's
All
fine.
right. Thank
another
you.
Okay.
point that I wanted to make is we're working with the National Science Foundation, who would like to see this as part of what they titled a civic innovation challenge. In turn, because we're working on planning grants at this point to be able to engage the community groups in the whole process of building, designing, etc. And it has a big focus on community participation. So I will follow up with the board because I know We Act, the people at We Act, but it would be good to have people in the health area as well participating, and any citizens who want to participate as well. So keep that in mind as we're working now to look through the neighborhood, because it's important to see what is available in existing buildings in order to be able to do this. That's our next step, is really to go through the neighborhood and see what the issues are relative to finding a site.
Several years ago, in Central Harlem, I believe it was, there was a restaurant that focused on eating healthy, growing its own food, and teaching people how to make healthy food. So It was a teaching restaurant, but you could go there to eat. I don't know what happened. It folded, they left. But it was great to have in the community because it was a place that you could eat healthy. You know that you're eating healthy. And then if you were interested in learning how to prepare the dishes, you could also enroll. I would love to see such a thing come back again. Another thing is that I call them the grassroots, you know? Those who are not able to attend such meetings, how do you reach out to them? Because they also need to know that there are healthier options than what you find in the bodega. How do you reach them?
Well, you do outreach. One of the things that we're planning on is building a public education resource in terms of what's happening across the CUNY system in climate solutions. But City College also has a radio station, which we can promote in terms of announcements of events and invitations to do things, etc. So we can do an analysis of the best way to reach out to people. That's these days between social media and the kinds of other communication systems that exist in the community, we can put together a plan for reaching out when we have a basic operation moving. That's the least of the problems of getting something moving along the way, because not only would you be able to do promotion, but word of mouth will also expand. Once you have people having a good time, learning something, enjoying what they're doing, and it's a new story for the day, you'll have a lot of word of mouth there.
Okay, two other things I wanted to mention. One, it appears that you're looking for a space, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And you have tried Tasties, the former Tasty, the Tasty building. You have tried that building? Have you tried?
I sent a note to Janus Properties, and I have to catch up with them tomorrow to see what their response is, because they're the ones who are renovating the building.
Yes.
So we'll see what their thoughts are tomorrow when I speak with them.
Okay, Janice was here
Last month.
last month, and if there's anything that we can do to facilitate that meeting, please let us know. Because he was here last month.
Do you remember Jerry's last name?
With Jerry, huh?
Do you remember Jerry's last name?
Oh, gosh, Jerry.
What's in the minutes?
Yes, in the minutes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm dealing with Scott Metzner, who I think is his partner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jerry came here last month?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So whatever we can do, please reach out, let us know. And if that doesn't work out, we can also reach out to other areas, other places to see if you could have a residency there. Second thing I wanted to point it out was I went to a festival once last year, actually. And they were selling, there was a group there that was selling hot dogs, but it wasn't, everything they had was plant-based. They had hot dogs, but it was not hot dog. It was carrots. It was a carrot that they had fried. I wanted to taste it, but I was so busy, I didn't get a chance to, So to me, I thought that was a very intelligent way of reaching the masses, the grassroots, and showing them there's an alternative to, hot dog. We eat carrots. Fix it this particular way and you'll have your hot dog that's healthy. They sold out
This.
They sold out, so I wasn't even able to taste it, huh?
Was it made, was it meat made out of carrot?
It was it wasn't meat based at all. It was all vegetables. Everything that they had was all vegetables. So they had this thing called hot dog,
Yeah.
but I saw so many people eating it, but it was carrot,
Yeah.
Carrot.
and
It was carrot. you know?
Yes, how they season it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And adding to
Interesting.
what you said,
Uh-huh.
I think it was last month, I eat cheese,
Uh-huh.
plant-based.
Yeah.
Yes, plant-based cheese, yes.
Plant-based, little bit salted.
Uh-huh.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that, you know, attending public events like festivals could be another way of training, educating people about what you're doing and also about how to eat healthier. Because
Absolutely.
we do need that. We do need this information. They said, when you know better, you do better, you know? And there are
Yes.
many people in the grassroots who will not come into CUNY and know and find out what you're doing, but they will come to a festival, see what you're doing, see what you're making, and come and buy and ask you how it's made.
Or a food fair.
Mhm.
Yes, or food fair, yeah.
Yeah.
We all
We
love
could-
food.
But you know what, they do these street fairs, the food
Yeah.
fairs in other communities around the city.
Yes, yes,
We might take that up here.
absolutely, absolutely.
And add a teaching component.
There you
Yes,
go,
yes.
there you go.
And I'll also add to this that, Harlem Grown,
Yes.
Mhm.
they have a truck where they teach people, they go to different places, they teach them
Mhm.
how to make these healthy alternatives with vegetable and people eat them. So that's another thing, but we will help you find a place because we want this in our community.
Very exciting, Joyce, thank
Yes,
you so
we
much.
My pleasure. You take care. Wonderful meeting everybody. And
Likewise.
all good luck with your bookstore.
Thank you.
Joyce, you know, my email is in that I responded to you when you wanted to know if you could, you know, Miss Dunn told me
Yes.
to, you know, talk to you. So that was me saying that you will be on the agenda. So that's my email.
Oh,
Okay?
good. Okay.
So, we'll love to hear how the meeting with Jerry went. And then we'll see.
Janice Property.
Janice Property, thank you. And
Right.
then, you know, we'll see how
Jerry
we.
Solomon.
And
Okay.
he teaches nutrition, so we are all 100% behind you, and if we need to write a reso, we'll do that too. Okay?
Terrific. That's great.
Yeah. All right.
Have a good evening.
Oh, that's not one problem.
Now I'm hungry.
Oh. Okay, all right, thank you, Joyce.
Take care.
All right, right.
Conditioning. For
Yes, no, I'm not going there. I want cake made out of vegetables. Okay, all right, John Freer.
Oh, thank you.
Corey,
Oh, Corey, I put you, we have to, we can't hear you, Corey.
you're muted.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you.
Yes.
I didn't get to hear the gentleman sitting to my left regarding the bookstore, his name, so I could follow up.
He's about to give his presentation now, so you didn't miss anything.
I'm right here.
You want to come close? Oh.
Can you
Can
see?
they see me?
Yes, they can see you.
Okay.
You're right there.
No, I'll be brief.
It's okay. We're not rushing.
Okay. In thinking about this idea for a while, I sort of came back to realizing that for a large part of this country's history, it was illegal, punishable by death, to teach African Americans to read or write. You could be killed for it. And you could practice your religion They let them sing, they let them dance, they could do all that. But learning to read or write, that was a bridge too far. And the reason why was because they knew, as the saying goes, the popular saying goes, reading is fundamental. It opens the door to practically everything. Knowing how to interpret the written word, knowing how to read. It changes people's lives, and it even makes history, as I found out after doing this book display at a bookstore where I was working. Really powerful display, which was a collection of works that Obama read in his early 20s, which he described as a period of great learning, introspection, study, figuring out who he was, what his ideas were, what he believed in. And essentially, this historical figure was made by books in so many key ways. And that just brought me back to Harlem and the Harlem Renaissance and this great community, and the fact that there's not a general interest bookstore here. There's not a bookstore that covers a wide range of different topics, and you can find different genres and different subject matters. There's nothing like it, and I'm like, that's this can't be. That's a problem. So that's what I want to do. I want to bring a first-in-class general interest bookstore to Harlem, which would encompass the wide range of authors. There would be events, there would be book clubs, readings. I want to work with places like CUNY and Columbia to develop programming that people can come to, use those resources. I want to rethink the ways in which book programming happens, because oftentimes it's usually very static, where the author comes in, they read, they take some questions, they sign some books, and that's it. And that's fine, and people enjoy that interaction. But I really want to take it a step further and maybe think of, ways to present material interactive, maybe in a panel discussion, a play, or all kinds of different ways to make that experience more interactive, more interesting, fresher, and different. Because I think that I've always felt that whenever you're entering a space, you should always be thinking of, how am I innovating about this space? What am I doing that's different? What am I bringing that's fresh and that's new? I think I have that covered in terms of there's not an independent bookstore, so that's new. But I want to go further than that. I want to go further in terms of thinking about how I can create fresh, interesting programming and ways to reach people and get people excited about books and into books and coming to the store and using it as a community hub, using it as an anchor, because I really feel bookstores anchor communities in ways other sort of retail establishments don't, because they bring people together. People are exchanging ideas, they're exchanging thoughts, they're communicating their positions on various issues, they're hearing, people speak, and that's helping, hopefully, to help shape their ideas, make them think anew. And all that is great, all that builds community, all that builds people. Children learn, then they grow. Books, I'm an evangelist for books. I've been in the book business my entire life, or close to 30 years, mostly as an agent, but also worked on the publishing side. And now I'm going to this side of the publishing world. So I've seen the power of books, and how they can change lives and make lives anew and better and grow. So I've seen it in my own life, and I've watched it happen. So, and again, it's just, to me, a crime in a great community like Harlem that they don't have a first-in-class general interest store that covers a wide range of subjects, genres, topic. So the father that wants to read to his children for bedtime can get books there. The mother that wants to help her daughter apply to college can get college test prep books, and books to help you, prepare for college and things along those lines. Or the family that just wants to get some books to read on the way on vacation, when they're going away, or the latest novel, or a great piece of Black history, or a great piece of the history of Puerto Rico, or whatever. I want to be a bookstore for all of Harlem, where anyone can come and find themselves in the programming, in the books, and in the experience there. So that's basically what I want to do. There's a space on 129th and Common, a building. Our friend on the co-op board, when I told her about the idea, she said, please come here. So there's interest on that end, but we haven't signed anything, so I'll keep my options open and see what's out there.
Not 41 convent.
Yes, 129 and Condon. I don't know the exact number.
No, the building number at 121, one of the buildings is
I think it's
41 convent.
I think it's 41. I think it's 41, yeah.
Good job.
So I'm looking for that. And I'm looking for feedback, ideas, thoughts. Part of the reason for doing this was I wanted to sort of get that community support and buy-in early in the process, very early in the process. And I wanted to get that in terms of hearing people think, their ideas and their feedback. And most importantly, I'm looking for funding to develop it and get it going. So that's the shortest pitch of where I am. So, yeah.
Are you? May I?
I'm sorry.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Are you in touch? Thank you. Are you in touch with 41 Convent?
Yes, I've spoken to two of the board members, the condo board members, and they're very excited about it.
Not a great history in that building.
Yes, I've heard, I've heard. It came about because a friend of mine, I didn't know she had moved and I hadn't seen her for a while. We were hanging out. I told her about the idea. And she mentioned.
That's Miss Tinsley. Miss Tinsley, right? Gladys Tinsley.
No, I didn't glad her name is Stacy Holman.
Oh, maybe she's retired, but it's a great space. Have you had a chance to look at it? It's also a very demanding space because of the high ceilings and the work. So it will take a very large capital budget, but it would be great to see that space develop. It's been empty for the last 20, 30 years. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it'd been empty that long. It's under construction right now. I know that.
It is? Okay.
Yes, they're doing some work on it. I don't have all the details. They're doing some work on it. So they have to finish that before I could come in and do whatever. It's very high ceilings. It's about 3,500 square feet, which is a little smaller than I was thinking about, but there might be ways to make it work.
And with very high ceilings.
Yeah, you can do 2 tiers.
Exactly.
You have room for lots of shelves.
Exactly, exactly. So, I was talking to Bart, who's on the board, he's an architect, and he mentioned that as well. That, you could probably build out, maybe the second floor or shelves or something along those lines.
Mhm.
So there are ways to do it, so, and again, there's interest there, but, we haven't signed anything, so I'm gonna keep my options and my eye open for it.
That's an exciting prospect.
Yeah, it is. So we, does anyone have, I don't want to talk forever.
No, my mind just goes to, well, as you're speaking, my mind just goes to, maybe a family reading day, just to get children out of this. The family reading day where everyone comes in and gather and they read a book together. A book is read and everyone listens, and then we discuss this. Because I know there are some parents who would want to get their children's head out of this computer, so they can actually read a book, you know?
So you mean like like a bunch of families
Yeah.
come together with
Yeah.
the kids and they read a book and they start.
A community read, a community read,
Community,
a
right.
community read for families, yeah.
Yeah,
And
Okay.
I wanted to add even more than that, and this is a concept that I've seen throughout even the Western world is a bookstore plus cafe.
Mhm.
So we eat, we read.
Mhm.
So it's a good concept that bring everybody from 2 to 99 years old.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've thought hard and long about it. A lot of people suggested a cafe, coffee. I'm still thinking about, I want to get some more feedback and ideas about it. And my first thought on the cafe is, okay, we have a cafe there, but what is it doing or how is it different than anywhere else and you can get coffee? So if I have a coffee thing there, like, we can get coffee anywhere. So why should someone come here for coffee? And it also takes away from space for books.
People came for coffee when I've seen it. People came for coffee. People came during break to have meeting
Mhm.
in group or with two.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Particularly
There's a coffee shop just.
Something of a cultural hub.
Mhm.
What Clotilde is proposing, people gather around food.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
It's something
something
that,
to consider.
yeah, that's something that the bookstore does. She doesn't have a big space for
Right.
food. She has a countertop.
That's right.
Mhm.
You know,
That's
where
right.
you can get something.
Little concessions area.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Mhm. No,
So that,
it's just
because thing is, as you're reading, sometimes you just want a little snack,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm.
And to grease the pages.
Jonathan, John Martin. There's a coffee shop just down the block too, so there's a coffee shop just a block away, so you have to be careful on that. If you're gonna have a coffee shop, then it would be, just something for convenience and
Well,
not,
yeah.
and not a big investment, because there are two coffee shops close by, right on Amsterdam, so.
Well,
um,
yeah, that's
yeah.
my main thing, like, what makes a lot of people get coffee?
Yeah.
What would make this special and unique and make people wanna come here? As
Right.
opposed to somewhere else.
But
So-
someone
And
who
that,
was
and that
just.
you can do, and that you can do with vending machine, or just create a nice seating area.
Mhm.
But to make an investment with all the permits and, apparatus and equipment or whatever that a coffee shop needs, might be a little bit too much for you, but especially since you're looking for funding. I mean, I wanted to suggest that you also reach out to, oh God, his name just slipped out of my head. Ooh, Total Equity.
Total equity.
Yeah, Total Equity. He does Harlem Reads, like on the first day of every month. He has a Harlem Read, and he's really built up a huge following, where the concept is, on the first day of every month, he encourages every Harlemite to have a book and read. Even they're not reading, they must have a book with them, that if they have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they'll open that book and read. And he encourages family to do that. It's Total Equity. And if you
I
put
see your
your,
point.
if you put your email in the chat, I will check my inbox and forward the contact information to you.
Thank you. How would I do that?
Why don't you just say what your email is?
I can do that.
Okay, yeah, that's better. Hang on, let me get something to write. Okay, go ahead.
Meanwhile, I see Corey, your hand is up while Ewan is getting something to write with. Go ahead, Corey.
Hey, how you doing, friends? So 2 questions. Is
Shoot.
there, is there, do you have something incorporated for this bookstore already? Number one. And number two, what's your timeline to doors opening? From where are we now to doors open? Just so I can get a sense of where you are in the business plan.
That's a good question. I don't have anything incorporated as of now. I'm working on that. I'm in the very, very early stages of this. And my timeline, well, I've been looking at that space on 129th and Convent. I've been sort of focusing on that. And I need a sense more of where they are, because they're doing construction on that space right now. So once I can get a sense of where they are and how much longer they're thinking, then I can give a better answer to what my timeline is. So I'm sorry if my answers are unsatisfying, but I need to find out more from them and see where they are in their terms of construction, and then I can sort of guess where my timeline might be. Which is why I have my eye out available for, other spaces in case they take a really, really long time, or they don't have a timeline or anything like that. So those are to be answered questions. But if you give me your email, I can give you mine. I can keep you posted on that.
Okay, what's your email, please? Oh, are you done, Corey? Sorry.
No, guys,
You
we'll
ready?
as well.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm ready.
okay. It's JMG Books, BOOKS, number 2 at gmail.com.
And what
So
is your
that-
name?
I'm sorry?
Your name?
John McGregor.
John.
JOHNMCGREGOR.
Okay, all right, so I just searched my inbox and the contact is Joe Rogers.
Oh, yes, Joe Rogers.
Joe Rogers.
His name came to mind too.
TotalEquityNow.org. J Rogers dash hyphen J Rogers hyphen TotalEquityNow.org.
J Rogers hyphen.
Well, let's see. Hang on one second. That's the E-line. It's J Rogers, ROGERS at TotalEquityNow.org.
And he runs a program called Harlem Read.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does every month he does this Harlem literacy across Harlem. That's the title of his he has these literacy across Harlem Day, the first day of every month, when he encourages community members to rock those threads, carry a book publicly, proudly, to celebrate and strengthen the culture of literacy and literature. And he encourages, family, everyone to read.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Well, you can email him and, get together, and he might be able to give you some valuable feedback on that sector. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sorry, ma'am. What's your name again?
Yuen Chen.
Yuen Chen.
Yuien Chen, CHIN. I run Harlem One Stop and West Harlem CPO.
And can I get your email address as well, or would you send it to me?
I'll send it so we don't, in the interest of time.
Okay.
I can be reached at info@harlemonestop.org, but I have your email, so I'll send you my contact number.
Please do.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me speak.
Absolutely. So now we're going to the subcommittee reports. Subcommittee reports. We start with strategic is not here. Small business. Go ahead.
Smoothie, it was the fair. I don't have anything new coming about our fair, that's what I wanted to read about.
Okay, let's just jump to,
With respect to the fair, well, we should all know that, Marita has secured the Manhattanville Community Center for the event, the April 27th. Yes,
yes, she has. I saw the letter that she wrote to the mail.
right.
So she has secured it. So,
Stretched out in the snow the day of the blizzard
right,
to go and
you go with her?
look at the event. Yeah.
Okay, all right,
The day before I had spine surgery
I see. Oh, wonderful, thank you.
and it was closed.
My knowledge about that was what I read last time, it was closed when.
So I did as I promised that I would, I created a mock flyer, sent to everybody. Also created a mock program structure with this thing, send it to everybody. The message, the response that I got was it was a shameless display of riches. So I said, okay, what other ideas do you have there? So,
Did I respond?
no.
Did I
When
respond?
did you send it?
I sent it like a day or two after I read your email. I mean, yeah, sorry, after you sent your email, about a day or two responding to
I
that.
remember.
So
you
here's the
sent it
thing.
to me, in fact,
February 21st?
Well,
Draft documents for.
yeah.
Business model.
16, yes.
So here we are. What are we doing? Because the day is close at hand. There's been no response.
Just like one or two
It's
days.
not about me giving, sure, but we need to move on this. April is here, I had thought that, okay, if I threw in, all the content, we could discuss it, approve it, and then just what we have to do is just call them. If you all agree, but some people thought it was, no, someone thought it was too much for us to handle. So what do we want to do? I'm really, all jokes aside. April 27th is at hand. What do we want to do? Did anybody even see besides John and Clayton? Did you see what I said?
Yes.
Okay, so you said you need.
not respond, yes.
Yeah, I saw when you said,
What are you gonna do?
you thanked me for sharing my perspective.
What else you want me to do?
But no, I didn't see what you had created. Cause,
You saw it, that was your response to it, to what I had created.
okay, okay, so that's what I responded to.
That's,
Oh, so I did respond.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, you responded, but then I asked you, okay, if you we throw that out the window, what are we going to do then?
I would like to have 1 or 2 next time. Days.
Huh?
I would like to have 1 or 2 days. I usually respond, but I think there was like a conflict of interest when I received this at the same time. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
This is,
There was a flyer, you saw that,
Mhm.
and then there was the, possible
I told you I thought it was
program, which
great.
you saw. Yeah, but it was a exercise. Shameless exercise of riches. Shameless display
An
of riches.
embarrassment of riches.
Yes, an embarrassment of riches.
That means there's a plethora of great stuff. here.
But that we can't do, it's that we might too much
No.
that we can do, so that's why I said, okay, so what we doing? Let's do this.
That's good. Mr. Potential Presenters is masterful. A veritable embarrassment of riches. It means it's great stuff, lots of great stuff to talk.
That is beyond our capacity.
No, no, that's
It's not.
that's not a suggestion at all.
Okay,
Not at all.
okay.
It means that these are great ideas.
Okay.
Plenty, a cornucopia of great ideas.
That's what the term means.
So what do we want to do then? I thought I had simplified it for
So
everyone.
sensitive.
No, not at all, just very laid back, but whatever. So what do we want to do? If you look at it, we have a flyer, possible flyer, if that's what,
Yeah, so the draft flyer is also
Draft.
smart, depending on which and how many of the prospective presenters are available to
Mhm.
participate.
right,
We may want to configure the schedule for the event, time-wise, as something of a business one-on-one storytelling arc. So as to make it, so as to make it, so as not to make it overwhelming, prospective participants, because you have some. I'm telling you, what you outlined I was blown away. I was like, wow. If we can get half of these people in a 10 to 4 or 10 to 5 day arc day, it can be very powerful. We just need to structure the presentations, affording enough time, for Q&A, or if we're gonna do the breakout groups. Yeah, but no, what you presented, I thought was wonderful. And that's what I was responding. I was trying to build on what you.
well, I think she was
proposed.
fine, thank you so much for responding, but the committee members, what are you going to do?
Well, they haven't learned how to read yet, that's why John.
Yeah.
I have my work cut out.
Quick feedback.
Oh, God. So what are we going to do? Hey, what are we going to do?
We keep it to the 26th. And we can do like follow up on the.
Let's discuss it. Can we, everybody pull it up?
Good idea,
All right,
yes.
so that we can utilize this time to at least.
Do you want the flyer, or you want the?
Here, I'll forward it to everybody
Yes.
right now. I
What
thought
are you guys talking about? I can't hear a thing.
We're talking about our economic development fair scheduled for April the 20th.
A small business conference.
Oh, this is the conference at Grand Houses that Merida was talking
Manhattanville
about.
Community Center, yes.
Okay. Okay, which is exclusively for businesses, okay.
Should we stop the?
She told me, she told me I was not invited.
Who told you that? Oh,
Marina.
Miss Dunn. Oh,
She
God.
did. She said, I'm not invited. It's for businesses. Well, news. I'm not for profit, but I am a business.
Miss Dunn is something else.
But it's okay. I'll just joke along with her.
You never know, you might be invited as to speak, you never know.
What's the date on that again?
But I know several of them, so.
It didn't ask me if I wanted to include the attachment.
Yes,
Yes, the attachment.
Well,
those are two attachments,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
let me know if they came through.
But if you
Yeah.
go up, Vanessa, like it won't be in the job market. If you go.
There you go. Thank you.
Joyce, what's the date again on that, on the small
April
business?
27th, Saturday, April 27th,
Something else,
Saturday,
Saturday.
It's a small business conference,
yes. Yeah. You should be there.
April 27th.
Exactly, we should be there.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start with the name. Is the name okay?
Okay, so let me reopen. I had it open and now I'm gonna be.
'Cause we need
Business conference is not sexy.
no, it It says empowering grassroots entrepreneurs.
Well, that's the topic. Above that, it says business conference.
Oh, no, that's just
Okay.
business conference event plan.
Okay.
Yeah. So name, we have to name, suggested, empowering grassroots entrepreneurs. How do you feel? Yes, no?
That's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You just included the attachment.
If you scroll up to the top, you'll see her email, because I forwarded you her email.
Yes.
And if you hit her email, there you'll see the two attachments.
I had,
Help her.
Okay.
I had,
So the date needs to be changed here. I put
yes,
Sunday.
because I had Sunday.
Today's Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made.
Oh, you have Saturday.
No, I put
No,
Sunday.
On the flyer.
On the flyer, okay, I had it right on the flyer, okay. Which one do we wanna discuss first, the flyer or the breakdown?
I want to discuss the breakdown
Breakdown.
of the event.
Okay, all right,
Um,
so
I thought-
time to be,
The
to BA, what time? We have,
Well, I thought we were saying 10 to 4 or 10 to 5.
Yes,
Yes,
10 to 4, and we have extension to 5.
there you go. And Marita has booked the space for us from, I think, 9 to 6.
That's
okay,
Set up and breakdown.
time will be 10 to 5, yeah?
We can remove tentative now because it's a set place now.
Gotcha.
And secure.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm taking the notes.
Um,
Quick, let's take notes.
Keynote speakers. So we still can be.
So we want, I was suggesting, you know, keynote speaker to be someone who's from rag to riches story, someone who has a rag to riches story. You
absolutely.
know, who could that be? Someone from, or maybe someone from City College? Suggestion?
Well,
Or, yeah.
ideally, one would think it should be someone,
In the community,
yeah.
Yeah.
Who is flourishing,
yeah,
who people look up to.
yeah, so who?
What I suggested, the Jima Jews bar,
He doesn't speak English well, to be a keynote speaker. I know him as my good friend.
I'm gonna tell them what you said.
Tell him, tell him,
A business owner?
Yes,
A business owner?
yeah, for
Would that
rag
be
to riches.
independent business owner?
well,
As in like,
I mean, it could be a franchise owner too, but
well,
ideally.
Would it be, could it be someone who sort of has their own business within a company, or have to be like a standalone business owner?
That's a good question.
You see what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying. I don't know if one is preferable to the other necessarily. If it's a business owner, if the business owner is someone who is doing well
Mhm.
and who, yes, ma'am.
he's the one I was thinking about.
Yes.
Joyce,
We can have him for,
Me.
huh? Courtney?
UN would know, you have Harlem One Stop, who would you recommend?
For,
Well, I wanted
someone
to
with
say,
a
it depends. It depends on your audience, right? And it sounds like it's a mix of established businesses as well as entrepreneurs, right? People without a brick and mortar, but striving, you know, to have a storefront. And I think if
Or
you
even
had.
to start their own business.
Right, right. So I think if you have a speaker representing both sides, it would be inspiring. Now for the audience that you know started out with a concept like John here, you know, and worked at it, and you know with the goal to have a physical space. I could suggest this woman when I had street fairs in Amsterdam. I can't remember her name. I have to look at my email. But she started in her home, right? And then she started doing pop-ups. Then she bought her wagon. Then she started getting a lot of media. I think that's an inspiring story. It's the little hot dog wagon. Do you guys know her?
I don't.
No,
All right, I'm going to get her email and let me see if I can find it while I'm on and put it in the chat. So I think that would be a good inspirational story. It's not rags to riches, but she certainly had a concept and was able to build on that and create something, you know, that that must be giving her a living wage. And so she can tell her story, all the challenges. And then on the other side, you could get a business that is actually in a, you know, have a brick and mortar and is doing well in the community. And it would be good to, you know, to also have the community represented, you know, the little hot dog wagon, she's Black, but the other person should probably be a Latino, you know.
okay, we had, some businesses last year that we honored.
Yes.
Okay, maybe we can take a look at those businesses.
The one of 50,
Thank
the
you.
150 years?
Yes,
Yes.
they from rag to riches.
Yes.
We can, they
Yes.
can be one of the.
One of the, yes.
One of
Yes.
them will be the.
And
you know,
they might also be amenable to coming
Right.
because we just
Exactly, have
started.
the relationship with them. I think what, sorry,
Yeah.
what Ewan is talking about, the lady that she's talking about should be one of the panelists. You know, if you look in, if we underneath that, see the panelists, she could be one of the panelists.
Good idea.
I was
All
suggesting,
right,
Go ahead.
yeah, I was
I
just gonna
found her
suggest someone,
name, yeah. It's,
Go ahead.
it's Dawn Demry, Demry, and it's the Little Hot Dog Wagon LLC. And her email is littlehotdogwagon@gmail.com.
And then I'll go after John to make a recommendation.
I just wanted to throw out my friend name. It might not make any sense or it might not work for you guys, but he doesn't have an independent business. He runs an imprint, a publishing house imprint within a larger business, Penguin Random House. His name is Chris Jackson. There's a profile of him in the New York Times some years ago.
Where is he based and what's his, where is his imprint?
At Penguin Random House, here in New York, at the publishing house Penguin Random House, and his imprint is One World. One World, it's a
The
multicultural.
number one or the word one?
The word one and world. And I thought of him because he's a native of Harlem. He's born and raised in the Grant Projects. He's a son of Harlem that has done very well for
A
himself.
son of West Harlem.
A son of West Harlem. Done very well for himself. And then here he is. You guys can see it.
What's
I
his
can
name
send-
again?
Chris Jackson.
Chris.
One World Publishing.
One World Publishing is an imprint of Penguin Random House. So it's not an independent business like of its own, but it's a part of Random House, which he's grown and developed. He publishes Ta-Nehisi Coates, Brian Stevenson, Jay-Z,
Yeah, okay. Those are power hits.
Nicole Hannah-Jones, the 16, those are all his. Yeah, he's in New York Times. I mean, he's not, he's major. So I mean, but I don't know if that fits what you guys are doing. I don't know if you want like a homegrown business or like something. I don't know what you're doing, but just throwing that out there.
Thank you.
Okay. And I can
That's
get
impressive.
in touch with him if you decide you want to go further. I'm sorry. No, this is it.
We might have that. Yes.
So we'll put his name in addition to the people that we honored last year. And we'll look at them, we'll look at all of them, because we do need to sit down and scrutinize and see who actually has. What we're looking for.
On minutes. I was
Okay, yes, I'm sorry.
You have the list, and what they do, you can get the minutes, because they were done in June. So we had the minutes in September, I think,
Was it June or May?
June.
June, okay.
June, end of June.
You're right, because I had to go from one event to another, yeah, okay. I was looking for the list of prospective presenters that you had outlined. Do you have access to these people?
Oh, which ones?
The ones that you
Just not.
cited?
Okay, so in the panel discussion, oh yeah, I mean,
Is that the
Yes.
first one?
yes, we have access to them.
Okay, well, then let's decide which of them,
Okay.
and then we can decide how we want to engage them, like whether as panelists. And then we can create the program.
Mhm. Yeah,
And if I could add,
go ahead, Corey.
You too young, Corey.
fine. So just one, whether it's panelist or keynote, either or, but this is like a good, solid Harlem American story. So I'm recommending Junior Martinez. Junior Martinez, born and raised in West Harlem, and has done well for himself and has started a family and purchased a home. Started in the nightclub scene, then opened up Harlem. Back then, it was the Papa Juan Cigar Room. Then he purchased what used to be Castro's LGBT nightclub in Washington Heights. Then he sold it, and then with that money, he opened up restaurants, bistros in the Bronx, and then a hospitality business. And then finally, his latest venture is one of the few legal cannabis businesses in Manhattan, Convo. So it's his family still lives in West Harlem. He has a business still, the room rental agency between 145th between Broadway and Riverside.
Broadway and Riverside, yes.
What?
Yes.
Someone who has been
He's
here.
the one who owns that. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
a great idea. Yeah, absolutely, yes.
You know why I like that one? Because he touches on so many different industries, so many different businesses, you
And
know?
so many different parts of what you call grassroots.
Yes, exactly. Renting a room,
Pay attention.
you know,
There you go.
the
And
club,
audience will look like.
yes,
We can see ourselves and project.
exactly.
And diverse
Yes.
cross sections of the community, because you talk about cannabis, you might attract some young people.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so do we make him the keynote speaker?
Let contact, okay,
Well,
Corey there.
Share his contact with us, please, Corey.
We can,
Okay, thank
So
you.
share that, please, and
What's the name?
Junior Martinez.
Junior Martinez. I would like to suggest that Dawn be on the panel, one of the panelists to talk about successful running a successful for-profit organization.
Say the name again, please, mother.
Dawn Demery, is that right, Ewan? Her name?
Demry.
DEM.
Demry.
Okay,
The first name is Dawn.
Dawn. Okay.
Yeah, DAWN.
And maybe we'll give the panelists, what, 5-10 minutes each?
more than this.
We can
We'll figure that.
we'll figure that out.
All right.
We just
I
want to
think
get.
I think 4 panelists is a good number. Anything, I mean, we're doing our conference on Saturday at City College, and you know, the temptation is there to increase the panels to 5, 6, but
No, we have 4.
you know,
Ewan.
that's too
We have
much.
4.
That's too many.
We only have 4, Ewan.
Yeah,
Only
4
We
is
only have
good.
4.
4 is good.
And we have them specified. We have one that will talk about affordable space for business owners. Okay? I'm thinking about, who do you all think? I'm thinking about what, who? Because when you have a business, you wanna look for where can my business be based?
About,
Huh?
about Abdullah.
Abdullah,
the Jima juice.
for space?
Yeah. A space.
Does he have space?
Yes, 4 space.
What
Yeah,
type of
4
space does he
spaces?
have?
Oh, yeah, he has one off of 152. He has one here at 125th. He has one in Calgary.
I remember who you're talking about. He was at the general board meeting,
Yeah.
month
Yes,
before
the
last.
last
Yes.
one, yes. And then in September, he's opening one in the business school.
I like the idea.
No, he's definitely,
Affordable space for business owners.
well, it's not that he's renting it out. He's telling this, it's his own story of how he has expanded. He is definitely a rag to riches story because he's an immigrant,
Yes, absolutely.
you know.
But we're not talking
but-
about keynote now. I'm just
Right.
thinking about what the topic area that you just
So,
cited.
him talk-
Affordable business space for,
How he gets those spaces.
Yeah.
for prospective entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
Yes, yeah, who better? To,
Show us how to get the space, right?
yeah, to,
Okay.
And those are very critical. I mean, when you look at the way it's growing and it's selective space, it's,
that's how, say his name again, please.
I say,
Abdul,
Yeah, it's.
ABGIL?
Yeah. I have
Salam.
Salam.
S-A-L,
Ujima juice.
Fujima juice.
S-A-L-A, Salama,
Abdul
S-A-L,
Salam.
Abdul Salam, S-A-L-A-A-M,
Yes.
or Abdul.
Abdul.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Abdul. From around the corner.
He is around the corner, actually, he's just down the block there.
Salon, like you said, salon.
Yes,
Oh, I did Jima juice bar.
Ujima juice bar. We can be sure that he's gonna bring some of his juices that day too.
What's up with that?
Yes,
That's a plus.
that's a great plus.
You know, I was celebrating what you posted. I was like, no way. I was like, whoa. In fact, I was saying, see, that's what I was saying. You know this terrain of all of us. You know.
Mhm.
You know too.
I know what I know. I'm confident about what I know. I don't know the stuff that you know.
Anywho, let's move on. All right, so we have Jimmy Juice.
You know what's good for you.
I wanna know what she knows.
Okay. Mhm.
So Jimmy Juice will be for the affordable space for business owners, right? Yeah,
Yes, absolutely,
okay.
absolutely.
We've got now who are we going to have running? Okay.
Now, what did you
so
say about Dawn Demery? What would she?
She will be, talking about successful for-profit organization.
Excellent.
And so that knocks off Columbia, I just put that there, you know. And then, so Harlem for nonprofit.
Now, who runs that again?
Janet Rodriguez.
Okay, I don't know her.
Oh, okay. I also wanna make sure that we are covering all the races, you know, so Janet, we already got, let's take a look at what we got. Okay, we got an African, we've got a African American, we've got 2 Hispanics so far.
I love, Junior Martinez is a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, and the final one is what? Marketing, why is marketing important? Marco,
Marketing is everything.
Marco, it does a great job with marketing with it, Uptown Marco. And we
Okay,
have supported him, so he needs to come and talk about marketing.
That's the Uptown Night Market?
Yeah,
The food festival?
yeah,
I didn't mean to go there.
Marco,
That's good.
Uptown.
what's it?
I can't remember his last name. Yes, I can't pronounce it. But that,
Marco for marketing.
yes.
Uptown Night Market.
You guys have been to Uptown Night Market, right? Uh-huh. So let him talk about the importance of marketing. Good marketing.
Very good.
Yeah. And we, like I said, we supported him, he's making major money here.
I can't imagine him not wanting to come
Exactly.
because he'll be marketing.
Exactly. It'll be marketed, okay? So,
Joyce,
huh?
I definitely want to, work with you guys and help organize, and I also want to participate somewhere. We could talk offline, but this-
Okay, all right, Corey, I know you're full of lots of resources, all right? We will not forget you.
You're the most bestest God made, Corey,
Corey, please email me so I have your information.
Yeah, I sent it to you, John.
You sent it already? Perfect, thank you.
Okay, so grant application walkthrough. Let's get LMCC to do.
Workshops and,
Yeah, LMCC, they do great workshops. So they can walk through an application. This is how you fill the application. When it's telling you this is what you do, don't do that.
and she was
And there's a
here.
grant coming up as well, so they can do that grant.
And she was here.
Mhm.
months ago.
Mhm. I've actually brought LMCC out before.
Have you?
Yeah,
Great.
to do workshops and grants.
Okay. I was a panelist for LHCC back in
Yeah.
1920 even.
About 5 years.
I did DCA and NISCA for several years.
But, I think, application walkthrough will be very good. for
Excellent.
people,
No, capital idea,
you know,
particularly for the nonprofit.
for nonprofits.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And then financing loan opportunities.
Who was it who came here who did the presentation? Was she from HCCI? 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Probably HCCI,
Yes.
because they do that.
Yes.
So we could do HCCI.
Look, in fact, it should be in these minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was here, but.
yes.
Yeah, I have to look for the logos. Can I add something? Why don't you guys partner with SBS on this? And they can provide you some speakers, like on negotiating commercial. I think a lot of the businesses, they're one of their top 3 issues is, negotiating their commercial leases.
Leases, yeah.
Yeah, and then the other issue they complain
wait,
about is
Hold on though, hold on, we have some things written down. So we wanna go through those and then, we'll
okay.
then, add yours as well. We may have some of the things that you're talking about.
Yeah, okay.
Now, what did we say, when I have the one for HCCI, talk about business law?
Finance, right, business loan opportunities. Because there are many people here who are closed, the stores are closing down because they don't know how to get the loan
And leverage.
and leverage the loans. Okay, all right. So we would, HCCI? HCCI.
We gotta find her name.
Yeah, that's easy, to get it from Utah.
Okay, right, good.
Utah has all that information.
Thank you.
Filing business tax. Online. We were thinking about Women's Chamber of Commerce,
Okay.
right here in our community.
Filing business tax.
So we'll ask and see if she is available. If she is not available, Kenya Abreu. If she's not available, then who's our number 2 to go to?
With Corey. Corey will know.
Corey. Oh gosh, I gotta take this number.
I heard you say King of Bread, but I didn't hear for which committee or
Filing business taxes, maybe? Who would be a good person for,
Filing business taxes,
yeah,
use, I mean, we, like one or two different companies, that do taxes for small business. I can get you that contact information.
okay,
One of the professional tax preparers and stuff.
got you. So not Kenya,
Not specifically for that.
okay,
All right, so you can get us, someone for that. Okay, you're taking notes. And what's the next thing we've got?
Digital payment system.
Okay, the digital payment system, that messes people up.
who did you have for that? Did you have a,
Trish Levis.
Trish, she came to our meeting and they said they wanted to be part of this. Trish Lewis and Arlene Benavides from Ladies of Hope Ministries.
BENAVIDEZ?
Hello?
Yes,
Sorry, that's who I'm representing. The loan for Trish and Arlene.
Yes.
oh, you're
You just mentioned
representing
them
them.
as potential participants. Yeah, so I'm gonna be working with them. So I'm still waiting for logistics. However, a part of it was joining this meeting monthly. So I joined, to get a understanding of how it flow, although I also am a part of a board in the Bronx. But that's why I was saying I would introduce after. But I hear what you guys are planning, so I know they do want to be a part of it. And I needed to tell you guys about it, save the date, but I just need more information. That's why I said I'll email whomever is the chair after or tomorrow with more information because I see the information online. So that is an organization that wants to represent at your event that you're speaking about for a business. That's in West Harlem.
Thank you, Nicole.
So you think that they'll be good with, doing a workshop on digital payment systems? Teaching people about the digital
You said
payment system. Digital
Yes,
payment
because
systems.
there's an aspect of the loan that does digital, like grow with Google. So it's a whole literacy digital piece. So I think that will be ideal for them to represent in that space, to talk through that.
Okay. All right. All right. So the next one is legal and licensing requirements. So important. That's the NYC Consumer and Workers Protection. We need to bring them out.
Council President?
Uh-huh.
Is there gonna be someone talking about, I'm thinking about this as a soon-to-be small business owner. Is there gonna be someone talking about the new credit card surcharge, disclosure laws that are going into effect? There's a new law.
That seems to be like a subtopic.
Okay. Okay.
That could be discussed with the digital
Payment
finance
system.
system.
When you were talking about that.
Yeah.
That's what
That came
triggered
to
it.
mind, that triggered that. There's a new law that goes into effect that Hope will just sign about credit card disclosure surcharges. And our businesses have to be a little more upfront and candid about surcharges.
Right.
Credit, you pay debit, when you pay with cash.
Yes,
And how you can.
in fact, last week, she signed that.
Yes.
New,
Yes.
law, so that
The name.
if you use a credit card,
Mhm,
you pay more.
mhm.
I learned this, but I
If
haven't
you use
chance.
a credit card, you pay more?
Yes,
Let me go rip up all my credit cards.
if you use your debit card, then they charge you the amount that is listed on the menu, say if it's a restaurant.
Because then.
But if you use a credit card, they charge you more.
Yes, yes. And
So let's
yeah.
get rid of a credit card then.
You have the name.
Okay, so, Ewan, what were the other topics you were suggesting? And we'll just throw them in a pot and see.
Okay, all right, Anita, I have to go. I'll talk to you later. Send it on to me.
No, you have to stay.
What was I saying? The utilities, is a big thing for them. So if you could get someone from Con Edison or some other alternative energy program.
Alternative energy programs will be happy. There'll be a glut of them.
Well, you know, I'm sure people have presented to the community board, but utilities, the expense of utilities, that's a big problem. So it's leases, utilities, and rent. You know, so you would need a lawyer to talk about, you know, negotiating the lease and also the contributing factors, you know, to the rent rising so fast. Yeah.
Can we have that as a sub workshop as well?
Yeah, yeah.
It's another topic
Yes,
Yeah,
for the space,
somewhere.
Because,
affordable space.
precisely, because that's what keeps so many people who are prospective entrepreneurs out of the game.
Mhm.
Or they just determine to be vendors instead because the rents are so prohibitively.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The rents.
Can I add insurance to that too?
Yeah,
I'm
Heather,
sorry.
that's a good one. Good one, Heather. I didn't realize you were
Thank you.
there. How are you?
Insurance will be.
Yeah, I'm listening from a distance.
Okay, all right.
Under the financing law, we can do some breakdown. You have the main topic and the time we want to be for the workshop, how many, half an hour for workshop?
Yeah, for the workshop, yeah.
And if you wanted to.
A half hour, well, you think 45 minutes,
45
because you want to allow
minutes,
15 minutes for Q and A for each of them.
You want.
So, or either half hour or 20 to 25 minutes and then 20 minutes Q and A. We'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
Yeah, 15, 20
Because this
minutes.
is a very tight.
Very tight.
That's what I was thinking. It's an embarrassment of riches.
Let me tell you.
All of these people, and they're gonna have to choose because we're gonna have to have workshops going on simultaneously.
Exactly.
You get what
Exactly.
I was not saying. Because we want
And you
to
need a
focus-
translator, guys.
Right, yes.
You can use Indie translation, but I think the
Exactly.
community board uses them, so.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes. And, but in multiple tongues, including
Yeah.
some West African
Yes.
translators.
Mhm.
Yeah? Okay.
We can do, the French is, I think is the common language for
Okay.
everybody.
Okay.
Because we don't.
For you Francophone people.
Yeah.
We are Anglophone.
They were colonized by the Brits.
We do English, you guys are French.
That's right. Yeah, my people are kind from Ghana. They don't talk that.
I like that though, yeah, okay, so we got that, we have to figure it out, how we're going to be
Spanish,
doing it.
we need,
Yeah, definitely,
Absolutely.
definitely Spanish,
I
absolutely.
think those are the three.
Clayton can do that.
And Joyce,
Yes,
Joyce, you might want to add a post-conference survey to the attendees
yes,
to see,
yes.
you know, yeah,
yeah,
how they respond to the panels, and if there are any other topics that they would have liked to seen addressed, or what the other issues are.
how it
And
works, how
for
it
the fact, we might, if we make the first half hour, like sign in and continental breakfast or something like that, we might have a little pre-survey,
Very
pre
good.
and post-survey.
Absolutely, so we can do.
So we can gauge
a real
people
great
on,
evaluation.
and the pre-survey, there need to be a dozen questions, it
Yeah.
can be 4 or 5 questions,
Yeah,
gauging people on what they know on the
Yeah.
way in.
And what
Great
you're
idea.
expecting.
Yeah, okay.
great idea.
And yeah.
You are so intelligent. I've always said that about you.
Because I have you here to back me up, John Martin Green.
Okay, so that's our workshop, then the resource tables. So we have our resource tables, okay? So the place will be full.
I have an idea for a workshop whenever.
Go ahead, Corey.
A
Shoot.
topic that's really that's really popular, and especially now in the news cycles with the governor's office and Councilmember Oswald Felice, is retail theft. On the governor's side, they're introducing on Councilmember Felice, who's a friend of West Harlem through Sean Abreu, he's introducing a bill to issue grants to small businesses to buy security equipment. So on the state side, tax credits for security equipment or hiring security. On the city council side, grants. So maybe that's something that, and you know, I'll connect to whoever you need to on the, I'm already talking to the chief of staff of the governor, and we have access to Oswald Felice. Maybe that's something worth having a workshop. And I'm sure a lot of the business owners would really flock to that, since it's one of the issues I know that we're experiencing here in West Harlem.
That's how we lost the Rite Aid.
Yes, but I think we need a broader workshop on,
security?
financing.
Oh,
Security, well, security, but security, that's for larger brick and mortar, isn't it?
well, that's what Corey's talking about.
Like the larger brick and mortar, but we're really targeting, Corey, we're really targeting entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneurs
Small
who-
business.
A kitchen
Yeah,
table,
kitchen table, yeah,
businesses, vendors,
yeah,
and
so
people who are
Cottage
aspiring
industry.
to
right,
open brick and mortar.
right, so that they can grow.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. So that's why we talk about financing.
so
Yeah.
retail.
Maybe we should be talking about finances and grant opportunities too.
And licensing, which is what you do,
Grant
Joyce.
opportunity, we have to go to brand writing.
That's why we have
No,
the,
that's where we're getting the sister from HCCI to come in.
Okay.
that's why we
LMCC,
with
actually.
LMCC to do,
Yeah,
Government
grant
agricultural
application.
to do the grant walkthrough
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
for UMass. Because it's LMCC who,
Yeah.
service it for UMass.
Yeah.
UMass because they're here now, community.
I was wondering why your response was so prickly. Because
My response was not prickly. I said,
I have
okay.
some interesting opinions.
But that's not prickly. They said, okay, you have an interesting opinion. What else do you
I was so
suggest?
excited by what you had outlined. I was,
Blow out.
I said it before I said it, I was blown quite away.
Okay, Clayton, put that on record.
Okay.
John Martin Green said he was blown out by what?
Not
J.A.
blown out. See,
Okay,
that's
blown
what
away. Away by what? J.A. Okay?
Are you inviting UMass?
Masterful. Masterful.
Okay.
Are you
Joyce,
inviting UMass?
Now to the official.
Yes, we're inviting you, Miss,
Okay, great.
Yes.
Well, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to participate in this conversation, but I'm still in the office and I've got to go to finish up stuff for Saturday's conference. But I had joined to bring your attention to a bill and in Albany, but I'll do that in writing. Okay, I already introduced it to the cultural the
Arts and Culture Committee.
yeah, so I will send that to you, Joyce. Yeah.
Thank you, you.
Darius said that she would get together with you. All right. All right. So thank you. Good luck.
Thank you so much,
Nice
Sheila.
meeting
Thank
you.
you.
Take care, and I'll send you the information, John. Good night.
Okay,
Thank you, thank you.
All right.
All right, it's 10:30.
Oh, my God. Where's Corey? Corey left us? That's
I think he waved goodbye.
Oh, wow, I didn't know. Okay, we're losing everybody. Okay, we're here. It was like, we woke up at the last minute. Oh, my God. I was looking like 10:30. Okay, so we've got, great inputs from people online as well. Great meeting. Huh? Nicole, yeah, she's from the organization that we're including.
Huh? Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Nicole.
I was wondering.
Did you, sorry, y'all asked me something?
Beautiful
No?
picture, by the way.
No, don't worry about it. She was wondering where you were.
Oh, I'm here. Is the meeting, I'm finished or is it
Almost.
almost?
So
Okay, yes,
now,
yes, go ahead, tell me.
no, it's okay. So now what we need to do is make the phone calls. So all these people that we
Have access to.
yeah,
These are resources, yeah.
it's our resources.
Mhm.
We can always get the information from you though. So the thing is that, who is going to be making phone calls?
You,
No,
to the people you know,
not even people that I know. I already did the
I mean,
layout and everything.
I'm happy to follow any. But
You speak very well, you have great,
beyond that though, if people know you, they're more likely, yes, to, thank you, to be responsive.
And
Not
to
really.
the call.
Not really.
Yes.
Not really, I
And
call
you-
people every day.
Even people who don't like you will
Exactly.
talk to you.
I know. No. No. I
So,
want
okay,
people to be more involved in
Well,
this.
yes, I can.
I've already done this, so you guys do the other one.
So can we do one or two with you, so we get the prompt
Do what with
to
you?
call?
okay, so here's what we did, here's what we did. We can create a little script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, we're not talking about more than 2 or 3 sentences, a paragraph,
Exactly.
with which to approach people. Okay, and I can craft that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna come with the Excel spreadsheet with the name and the contact by this week.
Very good. Will you contact Yutha?
Yeah.
Yutha,
I'll be
for
here
all the
tomorrow.
information. She has all the contact.
Yeah, tomorrow morning now.
All right? That's good, I'm happy. It's like, what's going on with
I'll
our?
have that I should have that to people by Friday.
Okay, so,
For me, by tomorrow, I will have the tax here
okay,
tomorrow.
and then John Martin Green,
Tell me,
will you please allocate the names to the people who are at the call? I think that's, whomever, not me though.
okay, yeah, so you're delegate.
Yes, but
Good.
you will have to, I'm gonna send you the spreadsheet by tomorrow.
Then you're in charge of
You,
the event.
which is fine, I'm fine with that.
Sure.
But what I said 3 months ago, when you conceived this idea, I was right.
Because
I was right. You have your finger on the pulse of the community that we seek to support with this initiative better than anybody else among us. And you proved it by those structures that you created. I was right. I understand feeling overwhelmed and right, it's too much. This is your bailiwick,
Be very thankful.
and you proved it.
Very,
I'm honored, John Martin Green. I don't speak
very,
very well.
very thankful. Thank you for the minutes. Oh.
Oh,
Where the flower?
masterful minutes.
Where, master,
When you
where
gonna
the
be
flower?
coming?
So much so that I asked him after the graduation.
I'm hoping to stick around after I graduate. so-
Yes.
That's awesome.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
You never know.
We're hoping too.
yeah.
Okay,
Where do you go to
I'm
school?
very strategic.
Columbia Lake Crescent.
Undergraduate?
Yeah.
Cool. Mm.
You
And
never
he's
know.
only 14.
Wow. That's impressive.
Don't you see
He said he's not.
his haircut?
Oh, okay.
Don't you see his haircut?
Yeah, I can tell. What are you studying?
Fresh from high school.
Math and computer science.
Math and computer science.
Yeah.
Cool.
Math and computer science.
Math and
You
computer
know,
Oh, yeah.
do you know, one thing that I wanted to ask the lady from, CUNY, because
Joyce?
she said she was yes, Joyce, how could I forget?
science.
Because she said she was an artist, And then she applies that to this, and I was going to ask her, do they do performance art with this project?
Oh, definitely.
That's a great idea.
Because, you know, she said they have demonstrations, do performance art. I would love to see something like that.
You're not alone.
We look at it very holistic.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, we can have them at our event just to be a demonstrator.
Okay.
So the thing
Excellent.
is the space large enough?
Well, see, that I can't speak
The
to.
Manhattan,
But wait a minute, I do remember Marita saying that large enough is relative. Because the next thing that we have to do now, is start marketing. And because, you know, we have all of these wonderful structures prepared for the community.
Once we
And you have
confirm.
11 people show up.
Mhm.
You have the
Yeah.
space will be large enough,
Yeah.
if it's no bigger than this room.
That's why we need to contact these people right now,
as soon as.
right, so that we can have them and then create that final, flyer.
Lord help me, I don't have enough to do. Okay.
I'm doing, you know, I'm doing the flyer and the
No,
promotion.
that's not on you, no, fine, mother, it's okay.
Hopefully we can also move in the people who are to the meeting too.
Right,
Yeah.
Chris Berry, who else?
Miguel.
Miguel.
Miguel, right, yeah,
Michael.
Michael. Okay.
What do you want to say?
I think it's- And,
Miguel.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay, the only thing is that we have not written to Uther, we have not given our budget.
Okay, so,
At the bottom, I just did a draft, but take a look at it,
yes, you did, that's right.
you know. That may not be all that we would need.
I think I responded to that as well, but you don't pay me any mind, so that's all right.
No, I paid you fine, I was like, oh gosh.
Yes, the mind you pay
why-
me, sucking your
why-
teeth, rolling your eyes.
What's that me? You gotta help. So, let's take a look at the budget.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
I need to go in a few minutes. That's scheduled.
I do need to know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So let's-
so everybody look at the budget and let us know.
Okay.
We need to write this letter to Utah right away before the
I
month is
think
gone.
this, as a preliminary budget looks fine. Youth gave us to understand that the ceiling was somewhere around 1,600, did she say, something like that?
Yeah, Julie said 1,200.
I have a question about logistics and, for the audio and the lighting. Do we need?
For audio shop. You're right. Audio.
Oh, audio, AV. Well, that was among things that I asked about. See, I didn't read my response either.
Mm-mm. Oh, God, help us.
And I said, well received.
I'm not reading that.
Feedback.
I'm like, she didn't read nothing.
Feedback. Conflict of interest. Can I say that again?
Okay.
So we need to, find out,
Find out,
figure out where we're
right.
gonna get the.
We need to find out what they have in terms of audiovisual. First of all, if the space, acoustically, first of all, how big is it? Will mics be required? If so, how many, do they have a PA system? How many mics do they have? What kind of things, do they have, state of the art, monitors, that we can use laptops to project, so that people can project the
Is it
PowerPoint
open
and other
tomorrow?
kinds of presentations.
Open tomorrow? Because
It should be.
yeah, I can stop by.
Okay.
Because I can, I stop by tomorrow.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
wonderful.
wonderful.
Great, and excellent.
Are we expecting, we can have an idea, 100 So,
If you go there and you think that the place would be conducive to what we're trying to do, there's a
Marita did say that there are other rooms, I think, around the community room where people can do the breakout groups, the workshops.
It was just somebody who was saying that this little children's, chairs,
Uh-oh,
that's
well,
what,
no, that could be problematic,
that's what
too,
Madison was saying.
because we're not asking elders to sit on benches
Exactly,
on kindergarten. chairs.
yeah,
None of
so
that.
that's why it's important, cause Madison was like, that's not a good place to sit. Her nephew or her niece, they go there,
Oh,
and the chairs
no.
they have a little small chair.
Well, then chairs might be among things that we need to budget for rental. If in fact the space is conducive otherwise.
And then we also then have to think about other sources of income. Is that, sometimes it's not gonna be sufficient, let's go to Columbia. Let's
Yeah,
go to
that's-
City College.
we have that.
Columbia, he's got an N.
No, we have that and we have
We
here,
have the forum
the
also.
forum, which with, state of the art, 3 floor.
Yeah, no, the forum is also kind of sort of gorgeous.
It is, right?
You can even do performance because we have a stage,
You can sit,
He can sit.
we can dance.
there you go. Tomorrow will be 3 weeks since I had my spine reassembled.
Wow,
Perfect
you
time.
were courageous.
I'm not courageous, I was in pain, how do you talk about it?
Yeah, was it the lower, you had,
Not for this, it was the lower L5, the lower vertebrae, was sitting on the sacrum, bone on bone, nerve compression
Wow,
for months.
shoot.
Yes, it gives new meaning to the term, "You're getting on my last nerve."
Okay, all right, so if you could do that, please.
And you will have a feedback.
Thank you so much.
Writing feedback, yeah.
Okay.
Good meeting.
Good meeting. Oh my God, I was scared. We actually did this.
I was thinking that you and I were gonna be dancing.
Nobody said anything in the
Since I
video.
responded to, because I was, I.
No way.
Well, no, she got me hyped, so I was,
No, but
For
if
about an hour,
you was
responding.
looking at the wrong dictionary, because the dictionary, I look at, because I don't speak English.
and embarrassment of riches means, wow, how much great stuff have you afforded us here?
That we're not able to do.
No, that's what you are putting on it, and
Okay.
you're
All right,
getting defensive,
okay.
like I'm against you, I'm on your side, big
Alright.
sister.
All right, big brother. Okay. So I'm happy.
I hope that we adjourn.
Yes.
Is there a new business, any old?
Oh, I guess the only other thing, just a comfortable letter, that's all.
Oh,
I think
Oh,
that's it.
yes.
that letter, I love that letter, but then you know that.
You know what, about the letter, we made amendment already, I don't understand how it's still on the floor.
Right, that's what I was thinking, I was thinking the letter ought to have been sent.
I think it took a while for.
I thought it had been sent.
Me too, and I'm not surprised that it's still sitting on the table.
Been on
Like
this
for
table.
new amendment, I don't understand how.
It's, Victor's been together.
Yes.
So I think it's like,
He
we're basically
He
done.
did it already.
Yeah.
So that's done.
Yeah,
Okay,
everything, yeah.
anyone want to move for adjournment?
I will that we adjourn.
And, thank you, we done. And the time is what?
11.
Good night.
Wait, that's gonna be more.
Nicole, thank you so much for
Yes.
joining us.
Good night, and thank y'all too. I appreciate this meeting. It was super informative. I'm a chair. I got to get my life together. My meeting is not like this. So thank you for allowing me to see in action. I'm in the Bronx. I'm a new member, that's why. So I just got in my role.
You right on
Yes.
the dots. You right, what he says right on the dot.
Nicole,
Thank
what
you.
part of the Bronx?
Yes.
What part of the Bronx are you in?
The East Bronx, I'm on Board 6 in the Fordham area, the Fordham Belmont area, by the Bronx Zoo,
Okay,
like by the Bronx Zoo or Botanical Gardens. That's the board I'm a part of.
I know where you are. I teach.
Have you
in
ever been to the
Bronx.
Lit Bar before? You know the Lit Bar?
Wait,
The
do I
Lit
say that
Bar?
again?
The
The
Lit
Lit Bar?
Bar. Yeah, the
I
bookstore,
heard
the
of
Lit
it.
Bar.
I heard of it. I heard of
You've
it,
heard of it?
but
Oh, okay.
I never been, but I heard. So I'm definitely gonna be joining y'all meetings more. I'm gonna email you the chair. What's your name again, ma'am? The chair?
Joyce, I'm co-chair. Joyce,
Co-chair?
Joyce sat there with me, yeah.
So I'll
Joyce,
email.
I woo me.
Okay,
Joyce, I woo me.
I'll email tomorrow just for like some next steps. And I did tell Trish
Sure.
that I told them about them joining the upcoming event. Could y'all just tell me that date for the fair that y'all doing?
April 27th.
It's a conference.
April 27th, a
25th.
conference.
It's a conference.
April 25th. Okay. Thank you again.
27. 27.
Oh, April
27.
27th. April 27th. Got it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna let her know. Thank you again. Have a good night.
All right.
You
Okay.
too. Thank you.
Nice.
Yes, yes.
And then before Chris, you mentioned about.
Joyce,
you
tell
have
me,
touched also into that field. Printing.
Let me end this.
Trish Lewis, Arlene, Benedict, what's the name of the organization? The printing book?
Women something.
I'm the one
It's
who
in
went
the-
further saying book, but you.
Sorry.
Imprint.
Hold on one
Here's
second.
an imprint. Here's an imprint. That's not a printer. Here's an imprint.
It's right in that,
I do speak French.
Oh, you have it in the email you sent?
Yes.
Okay, I'll find it.
Something ministry.
Print is more like into printing.
Oh, no,
It should be
no.
right here.
He has an imprint. It's like a mini publishing company within a publishing company. So it's a larger publishing company. He has a publishing company within that
That's what.
where he publishes